This is Matthew. Matthew is a college student who is struggling with balancing his work and academic life. He's overwhelmed with all his duties and feels like he never has enough time to achieve all that he wants.
I'm so stressed. I have to work 20 hours a week at my job. I have to keep my grades up to keep my scholarship. I need a good GPA so when I graduate I can actually get a job. I don't know what to do.
Have you ever considered creating SMART goals?
No, what are those?
SMART goals let you clearly define your goals and help you achieve them through using your time effectively. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely.
Where do I start?
Let's start with specific. Your goal needs to be specific enough so you can focus all your effort on it. What do you want to accomplish and why is this important to you?
I guess I want a 3.5. I want a good GPA when I graduate so I can get a job.
Great. How is this measurable?
Well, it's a 3.5. I can see that when I get my transcript back after the semester and see that all on it.
Is it achievable?
I think so. I'm a good student, so I think that if I use my daily planner and create a timeline for myself, I'll be able to do that. I mean, I've been doing it as I go. I just need to remind myself to continue to use it. I mean, for example, next week I got a stress management exam that I know I need to study for, so I know I got a week to study, so it's something I wouldn't know otherwise.
Why do you think this goal is relevant?
It's relevant because I'm a senior and I'm graduating in the spring, so I gotta get a good job after college. So
Is this goal considered timely?
I think it's considered timely, given that finals end in 2 weeks, and I'll be able to know in a short period of time what my GPA is.
Using SMART goals, Matthew is able to dedicate enough time to study for each of his final exams. When the final exam period approaches, Matthew feels more prepared than ever to ace his exams. Matthew is working at his desk at GW Campus Planning and Resources. He just got a promotion that he's really excited about, but with his new promotion comes a lot more responsibilities.
Yeah, I'm way in over my head. I have way too much to do. I used to just fix furniture, now I'm renovating buildings. I have to work with the furniture companies, I gotta work with their subcontracted vendors who move the furniture into the building, and they don't technically work for me, but I gotta manage them. I have my own staff to worry about, so I'm doing managerial work. I'm doing the fixing of furniture, I gotta deal with their manufacturers around the world, and it's just too much.
That sounds like a lot to manage. Why don't we make some SMART goals that you can use for you and your team?
You can do that?
Absolutely. Can you think of a specific goal that you can apply in your daily work life?
Yeah, one that comes to mind is renovating 2 buildings before the end of May. Me and my staff would work together to try and get that accomplished.
That sounds like it will be hard to do. How will you measure that?
Yeah, it would be hard to do. We would try and get 2 floors done a month until May, and to do that we'd be measuring our total quantity of filling the building versus the amount of furniture that we have left and the amount of time that we have left in the project.
You seem to know what you're doing. Do you think this is achievable?
Yeah, me and my staff have been able to renovate other buildings such as Thurston, for example. It's got 1,082 beds in the building and 297 units, so we've been able to do that in the past. I think we can do these too.
May seems so far away. Why is it relevant to start thinking about refurbishing buildings now?
Well, over the summer we have new prospective students coming in, and to give them a better outlook on school and their first experience, we want them having a good experience in terms of seeing the room in a modern way. I can't stress enough how much we get customers complaining about how X experience leads to Y, and then it ruins their first semester. So to prevent that and thinking about the student experience, we try and prevent those situations from happening altogether.
You mentioned that you want to finish this goal by May. How exactly do you plan on doing this?
Well, for starters, I'm gonna meet with my staff this week to come up with a time frame for when they can expect to get the materials from the furniture company. Then by the end of the month, I will check in with them again to see when they think how long the halfway point of the renovation will take, and then from there I'll adjust as need be, but I think getting the groundwork done is what we need first.
Hello everyone, I'm Emers and I'm reporting for the Stressful Times on Smart Goals. Today I'm interviewing Matthew Nicholas about his furniture company Matt's Couches and how he applied Smart Goals on his company. Hi Matt.
Hi Emers, thanks for having me here.
So Matthew, as we know that your company has become one of the most successful furniture companies in America today, and what information can you share about your company? And how can you accomplish this success by such a young age? What's your secret?
Well, thank you for that. That's very flattering. But most of our credit we give to SMART goals. Those are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely goals. So an example of this is how we approached trying to enter into the Chinese market. So we set out a specific goal for 25% of the Chinese furniture market in 2 years. And it was relevant because that's part of our core values of expanding rapidly. We are in America, but we're looking abroad. And it's achievable because we've already seen ourselves do that in Australia. And it's measurable because we've set the details of 25%.
So you actually applied every letter on furnitures.
Yeah, that's part of our strategy. It was a smart plan that worked out.
So we are running out of time here, but I do have one more question for you. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who wants to start their own company, what would that be?
Well, that's a good question. But if I was smart, I'd be using SMART goals. But ultimately, it's the key here is not only having myself use it, which I clearly do, but having everyone in the organization kind of behind this. I have my midline staff, my frontline staff, all kind of using this and shaping their day-to-day operations. It's kind of formed a SMART goal culture. It's something that's kind of shaped our overall organization for the better. So yeah, that would be my piece of advice.
Okay. That's a very interesting advice. I think that's all for today. Thanks for taking this opportunity to talk to us. And reporting for the Stressful Times, I'm Emers, and back to the studio.
It isn't just Matt who has benefited from SMART goals. Although this type of goal has only been around for a short time, it has helped a vast number of people since the acronym was first written down in 1981 in Spokane, Washington. It was here that George T. Doran, a consultant and former director of corporate planning for Washington Water Power Company, published a paper titled, "There's a SMART way to write management goals and objectives." While the words behind the acronym has changed over time, the objective of SMART goals have not. And although SMART goals are not necessarily a coping strategy when dealing with stress, it can help maintain control in an individual's life. This can mean anything from being able to live in the present and experience mindfulness, to a regulated nervous system, to being at lower risk of chronic conditions like a heart attack.